I was done. I was done playing small. I was done hiding behind my computer. And I was done trying to build a network down here in Miami, having just moved from New York a few months earlier. I was, however, ready. I was ready to start building relationships with like-minded, hardworking, fun-loving people. I was now ready for BNI. And what I really was ready for was connection. So what does connection really mean, and what does it have to do with networking? So Brene Brown, social anthropologist. Any Brene Brown fans in the room? I knew you would be. There you go. She defines connection as the energy that exists between people when they feel seen, heard, and valued, when they can give and receive without judgment, and when they derive sustenance and strength from the relationship. So let's talk about connection energy. So that is the energy that I think most of you probably experienced when you walked into this room. That's the energy that gets us up at the ridiculous hour, for me, of 4:30 in the morning, to come and have those really delicious runny eggs. It's that energy that keeps us coming back month after month, year after year. Interesting fact, almost a third of the people in this room, current members, have been members of this chapter for 10 years or more. So can you stand up if you've been in the chapter 10 years or more? Stay standing if you've been a member for 17 years.
Oh, me.
All right, so we've got 16 years. That counts. That's you're in your 17. So let's break down this quote a little bit farther. So connection is that energy that happens when you feel seen, heard, and valued. Seen. We see each other every week. There's that consistency. Most of us are seeing each other a lot more during the week. We're heard. We listen attentively to each other's commercials. We listen to each other's compelling needs and desires. And we feel valued. We feel valued for our expertise, for the services that we provide, and for the value that we provide as human beings. We genuinely care about each other. My name is Alan Cohen. I want to talk today with you about how to unlock the gold in your network. Most of us are sitting on a huge gold mine of opportunity. In this group, we often talk about how to 10x your business. And I truly believe that if we 10x our networking, we will 10x our business. Who wants to make more money in this group? No, I would. I know I would. So, next slide. Some of you maybe have heard this expression, your network is your net worth. I believe that your network is money in the bank. It's an annuity that keeps giving and giving and giving. Rich talked a little bit about this without expressing it explicitly. It's our social capital. It's our ability to build a network of authentic, personal, and professional relationships. This is powerful stuff. We are all connected. Can anybody get me to Kevin Bacon? 6 degrees of separation, 7 degrees of Kevin Bacon. We are sitting on a constellation of connected networks. It's really kind of amazing to think about that. How we can really just reach just about anyone by a simple ask. But it's not about the size of your network. It's not about that. It's actually about what you do for that network. How do you contribute your experience, your skills? How do you build trust? Once you do that, you have power. That's why So how do you build social capital? How do you leverage your social capital? I want to talk about three different things. The first is your golden geese strategy. Who's heard about that? BNI veterans, about your golden geese? There you go, right? Then it's about how do you make meaningful deposits into those relationship accounts? And third, it's how do you know when it's time to make a withdrawal? So your golden geese are your centers of influence. They're those people who can help you grow your business. They're those people who you want to nurture those relationships with. It takes time. Your golden geese are those spheres of influence that really will help you and introduce you to the people, the referrals that will help you grow your business. The golden geese lay what? Golden eggs. Those golden eggs are your prospects, are your referrals. So nurturing those golden geese is really, really what you want to do. A lot of you have heard about the farmer-hunter analogy, right? That's an old BNI metaphor. Who's here heard about farmer-hunter, right? So good networkers are farmers, right? We're not hunters. Hunters will walk into a room and see a room full of prospects. They'll see a room full of referrals, right? And you can see it in their eyes. They're hunting for business in the room. They take their confetti gun and they just with business cards all over the place. Now sometimes you need to be a hunter, right? Sometimes you need to bring some prospects to the table. You got to eat. But a farmer is looking at the room filled with gateways to those connectors, to those golden geese, to the people who will form important relationships with you year over year over year. Be a farmer wherever possible. Now, how do we make meaningful deposits into the relationship accounts of those golden geese who are going to be? So for me, I'm pretty strategic about it. I have a list of 10 people, 10 VIPs that I want to nurture relationships with. It takes time. It can take anywhere from 6 months to a year before those people start laying those golden eggs, right? But I know what is important to them. It's not always a referral. And how do I know that? By actively listening, by those one-to-ones, by following them on LinkedIn to see what they're about, what are their causes, what's important to them. And then I make those deposits. What are some important deposits for you into your relationship account? What's something that would be important other than a referral? So just think about that. Just think about that. And finally, it's about withdrawals. So one of my favorite stories about withdrawing from those relationship accounts, and a lot of us go to that too soon. We haven't really developed and nurtured that relationship, and we're already making an ask. So my friend Cynthia was one of my mentors in this area of networking. And she had a VIP connector, a golden goose, and she was nurturing that relationship. And she would keep on giving and giving and giving to this relationship. She would be making referrals and referrals and referrals and really, really supporting this individual. And every time he would say, "What can I do for you, Cynthia? How can I help?" And Cynthia would say, I'm good, I just want to help you. This went on for 6 months, 7 months, 8 months. She kept on asking, "What can I do for you?" Cynthia was very strategic. She said, "Actually, you know what you can do for me? I'm having an event. It's one of the most important events of my career. I want you to bring 10 of your best customers to my event, and that will be a meaningful thing for me." And she did that, and her business boomed. So she was strategic about the ask. So I'm going to play a little game. I want to see how we're all doing in our relationship accounts. So I'm going to ask all of you to stand. Yeah, there's no judgment in this game.
Yeah, right.
We give and receive without judgment. So keep standing, all right? Keep standing if you've done one-to-ones. Keep standing if you've done one-to-ones over lunch. Nice. Keep standing if you've given a referral. And new members, guests, visitors, this may not apply. Keep standing if you've sent thank you notes for referrals.
Like physically or on like a text?
Either.
Okay.
Keep standing if you've sent one of your VIPs or someone, a center of influence, an article of interest.
But keep standing if you've done it.
Mm-hmm. All right, podcast. Keep standing if you've written someone a testimonial on LinkedIn.
What about Google?
Just LinkedIn.
What about Google? Google.
Just LinkedIn?
Google counts.
Okay, sure.
I didn't even know you can leave reviews on
Keep standing if
LinkedIn.
you shared a social media post from one of your colleagues. Keep standing if you've sent a gift as a thank you for a referral.
Deliver.
Stand up if you've sent a really, really expensive, luxurious, overpriced gift for somebody.
Rich.
Keep standing if you've ever recommended someone for a panel.
Oh,
A
nice.
panel?
Mike, you don't even know what a panel is.
Speaking engagement. Keep standing if you've ever hosted an event in honor of somebody that was important to you in your network.
That's a good idea, though.
Wow. I want to knock you 3 out. Keep standing if you've ever sent someone around the world as a thank you present. So just the point here is that there's always more that you can do to make meaningful deposits into your relationship accounts and thereby leverage and increase your social capital. Thank you very much.